Have you rashers and sausages? Rashers and sausages? Rashers sausages?
Yeah, it's in the berry.
Huh?
In the berry.
Have you pork? Do you sell pork?
No, no, no.
Why not? You're in Ireland.
I know.
We love our pork. Is this halal only?
It's halal shop.
Halal in the middle of swords, no pork, need not apply. Okay, well, pork is one of our national foods in Ireland. We love pork and we're never going to stop eating it. Look at the state of that. What's the issue, officer? Are you...
I'm just wondering the purpose of this journey.
It's none of your business.
I'm just asking some
You've no right to. You just need to go back and study this book.
I have the right to be asking questions.
You
already.
don't have the right to. You don't.
I'm afraid
You
I
don't. You don't. Well, that's fine, but I'm not telling you because it's none of your business.
Okay, well, unfortunately, if you're not in a position to provide us with the relevant information, we won't be able to let you continue your journey any further. It's an offence under Section 4 of the Healthcare Act. I'm just going to inform you of the penalties in relation to it. It's Healthcare Act 1947, Section 31A, Temporary Restrictions, Regulations 2020.
We're on our way into that court so that you can go back to doing your job and not be harassing people like
well,
me.
the Garda's
We've got a
asked
high
you
court hearing
specific
now,
questions.
so you're streaming to thousands of people. You are an absolute disgrace to that uniform and that flag. You really are harassing and menacing law-abiding Irish citizens who pay your wages. Now, I am driving on. You can charge
sorry,
me.
You're not travelling any further.
Don't, Jim, don't. Just stay here.
We're streaming now. We're streaming.
We're allowed to go.
If you check the regulations, miss, you will see that
not
one of
finished
the
informing
one
you
of the
in relation to
regulations,
penalties,
excuse
okay?
me, one of the regulations is that I have a right to go to court. So check the regulations.
Okay, do you have identification so I'm aware that you're required in court today?
You need to check that.
Do you
I'm
have-
telling you.
I don't know who you are because you haven't told us.
Gemma O'Doherty is my name, and
Okay,
John
do you have your
Waters, and you
driver's
know
license then?
exactly. You know exactly who we
don't know
are.
exactly who
you
you are,
do. Well,
unfortunately,
you
no.
should know. You should know if you don't know.
Why should I know?
Because this is probably the most important legal action that has ever been taken in the history
It's
of the
very
state.
personal. Every personal matter is
Sorry,
important to the individual.
your job is to take criminals off the street, not to harass citizens like me who are
Do you have your
defending the
driver's license there,
Constitution. This is coming to an end very soon, believe you me.
Thank you very much.
You will be reminded who is in charge and who are your masters. You will be reminded of that very soon.
I
Now
don't
we
have
need
any
to get,
master,
yes you do, it's the Irish people who pay your wages.
I pay my own wages also. I
Did
pay
you take,
taxes.
sorry, excuse me, did you take an oath of allegiance?
Okay.
I see
That's
you're
your
very
driving license,
nervous.
thank you
I
very
see
much.
you're very nervous and you've
I
every
need to know
reason
in
to be.
relation to, you're entitled to have one person with you present in the court. Is this one of your...
We're
two-
entitled
We
to
are
have two.
both plaintiffs. How dare you? What's your name? Get her number. You're streaming to
My
thousands
name
of
is
people.
Sergeant Person Summers.
Can you get a camera
Store Street
there?
Road, Policing,
Get a camera.
Delta 24.
Can you get me your camera there? You're a disgrace to this country. A disgrace.
It's obviously a personal opinion.
Oh, it's not personal. Believe you me. I want everyone to see this lady here. You're streaming to thousands of
I don't
people.
consent to my image being streamed.
Oh, you will consent to it.
I don't consent.
There she is. Watch out for her. And this one standing in front. This is now a police state. But believe you me, the Irish people will not take it for much longer. Turn around and show your number, please.
I'm not
Sorry,
doing anything.
you're
I'm
going
not
to
being
be
directed by
reported to
I've
GSOC
provided you with my
today.
information and you're
You
completely
can give
entitled
me
to
your
report
number.
to
What
GSOC.
is your number?
I have provided my details already.
What?
to you.
No, you
You've
haven't.
reported me. You told me you were
Sorry,
live
I
streaming.
can't see your number. Show me your
My
number.
number's on my shoulders.
Give me your number, please.
My name, Sergeant Person Summers.
Sergeant
Store
what?
Street Road Policing,
Sergeant-
Delta 24.
Sergeant what?
Okay, I've provided you with my
Give me your number, D24. Honestly, your day is coming, okay? You will be
Sorry,
stripped
can I
of
ask,
that
are you threatening
uniform.
me?
You will be stripped of your
threatening me?
pension and your job.
Are you
We have
threatening
had
me?
enough of this. We have had enough of it. Disgraceful. Masters, we are you're streaming now to thousands of people. F390, please report him to GSOC. We are your masters. We are. We pay your wages. And we have a constitution called Bunrock na hÉireann. There is a crime epidemic. You are out of control. Out of control.
Where in Bunrock na hÉireann does it say a registration plate cannot be checked
Where in...
meters distance?
Well, actually, I think you just need to go and investigate crime because that's what we pay you to do. And nothing else. Stop intimidating the people of Ireland.
I haven't intimidated anyone.
Yes, you have. You are going around. These people here have a right to go and get some fresh air, and we are not. You are. Excuse me. The Constitution of Ireland is superior to you, Garda. Okay? The Constitution of Ireland says that it is your duty to investigate crime because you're intimidating people. None of the people here. Look, people have their rosary beads hanging down from their cars and you're threatening them. You're intimidating them. It's... What? On what basis, Garda F390 GSOC? On what basis? Isn't it funny that they turn up as soon as I'm here? Yeah, because you are intimidating law-abiding citizens, and it needs to stop. Who do you serve? Who do you serve?
I have answered your question.
Who do you swear allegiance to? The people of Ireland? Are your masters in the unelected government? Excuse me, we have free speech. We have free speech. You don't intimidate me. I've had enough. Obnoxious.
You're being thoroughly obnoxious.
No, I'm standing up to you. And you are out of control now. But the Irish people have had enough of it.
You don't speak for the Irish people.
Really? We'll see about that. Do you see, people? These people are trying to get some sunshine, some fresh air. This beautiful. Look at it. So they're just going around there. Absolute scum of the earth, these people. Look at them. The following week then, in the run up to the election, we're going to have a meeting on the Savita and the Tuam hoaxes. And I'm also going to be we're going to be talking about the murder of 1,000 babies a month and what we can do to try and see that this is not our country. We don't go killing innocent life. This is not what being Irish means. And so I'm going to hold a meeting with great speakers, one really great speaker on the Tuam hoax, which was invented, fabricated and used in the run-up to the repeal referendum to try and make the Irish people hate their faith and hate the nuns, most of which were incredible women who took in these babies when they were abandoned by their families and the state and looked after them, and the lies that have been told. And I'm sick and tired as a woman who grew up in the 70s and 80s and was educated by nuns. I'm sick and tired of being told that I have to remember a different childhood to the one that I had. The nuns that educated me were brilliant women, and I'm not going to have anything said about them. And I know that that is the experience of the vast majority of This company has come in here. It's behaving like a rogue operator. It's telling us how to vote, manipulating our abortion referendum, barely paying any tax. It has the private police force in on Garda Síochána, and we are saying enough is enough. Yesterday, the most powerful man on this planet accused this company of
much what hate speech is. It's ridiculous. It's a figment of their imagination. Nothing that I have ever said that has ever come out of my mouth has been hateful. All I have said, all I have done is to speak out against the corruption that is endemic and systemic in this state. And that is my only crime. First of all, a few months ago, they censored me on a phony, spurious claim that I had breached the copyright of a picture of a little girl whose body has been dumped in a bog in Donegal. 6 years of age, our longest and youngest missing person. They smirk, and on Garda Síochána smirk. Why? Because they have no hearts and they have no conscience. How can a human being smirk at the idea of a little child being dumped in a bog? My documentary on that child's murder had almost 1 million views on YouTube. In fact, I am sure it had many, many more. When I put my documentary up 3 years ago, it led to protests all around this country. The streets of Donegal were filled with people disgusted that in a democracy, a child's rape and murder could be covered up, but it has been.
This is the most urgent legal situation that has ever faced a court in this country. We shouldn't even be here today. The judge should have given us permission immediately last week in view of the gravity of these matters and the urgency of these matters. But instead, we're being put now into a situation where there will be hearing after hearing after hearing. This is a deliberate strategy to frustrate the will of the people and the desire of the people for their freedom and for their sanity, which is being denied to many people in this country today. Many people. I barely can say it. That there are people lying in beds in nursing homes today, left there by the appalling Minister for Health. This document, much as our governments have tried to destroy it, to sledgehammer it into oblivion, and if these courts fail us, we will go to the European courts. Yes. And we will expose the corruption and the criminality of our government owned, bought and paid for by outside interests. A regime on this country where we will be obliged to be vaccinated if we want to move around our own country. This will not happen. This building is our building. It does not belong to the judge. It does not belong to Garda Síochána. It belongs to you and to us.
The overriding emotion in that room there for the last hour was one of fear. What a joke. It was not coming from John and myself. It was coming from the state side and it was coming from the bench.
Because they know they're caught.
Because they knew that we were onto them.
Yes.
They were playing games with us, back and forth, pretending that we were idiots, trying to pull the wool over our eyes. But they know that we have the truth.
Yes.
And we reminded them many times in there today that they are accountable.
They're obligated
to the Irish people.
Yes.
They are paid by the Irish people, and what we will fight them to the death. When we leave here today, every single one of you, you are all leaders here today. You are all leaders of the unfinished revolution.
Yes.
So you will go out today and you will challenge every member of this corrupt state that you will meet, especially those in the fluorescent jackets. And when they say to you, "Where are you going?" you will remind them of this book, and they
O'Doherty to ask you where you are going. This is an invasion of your right to privacy and many other fundamental freedoms. Take down their numbers and you remind them that we are developing a long list, including of the lady in there today who was on the bench. These people will be stripped of their pensions, they will be stripped of their perks, and they will be brought before our courts. We represent hundreds of thousands of Irish people who today, because they feel fear, because they are traumatised, because they are frightened for their children, fearful of the corrupt organisation that is TUSLA, you stand here for them today. This brilliant constitution clearly states that there can never be mandatory vaccinations because we have bodily integrity thanks to this.
Thank you.
My body, my choice! And what is coming down the line? They are planning to bankrupt this country again.
Of
And what
course
will
they
follow? Forced evictions. The power of the people, by gathering together now where we need support, where our citizens are being abused, there are enough numbers of us now to gather together to keep the corrupt people who call themselves police officers away from those citizens who are being attacked. We are building a new state, a state that will not be filled with the corruption that every institution of this deep state is.
Toxic
we
liars.
are taking back our country for once and for all.
Did you subscribe to this channel? Did you hit the bell icon? If not, you should go see a doctor because there's something severely wrong with you. Subscribe, like this video and hit the bell icon.